So what's going on, everybody? JA here. Salute to you for tuning in. Today we're going to be checking out my latest pickup, which we got the Kids of Immigrants Nike Air Max Sunder release, which to me, I feel like this is the most exciting sneaker release of the entire year, which we're going to get into here shortly. So this sneaker actually soft launched at ComplexCon previously. They got an orange, but my preference would be this Persian purple colorway, which the orange pair, we can expect to see both of these actually released at a later date. The orange one is going to be dropping via the sneakers app, as well as select retailers, and then this lovely purple pair right here will be a Kids of Immigrants exclusive, which they were actually founded in 2016, a brand which relies heavily on their storytelling, to bring all of their releases together, which as far as this pair right here, heavy emphasis on storytelling. So let's actually start with the box, which you got the good old school Nike box, some stars on here, Kids of Immigrants, a couple of hits on this shoe right here, Just Do It, together. Now, when you open up the box, the paper, as you guys see, this will feature that design that you're normally used to fences, so it kind of like represents a park. As you guys see right here, you got the normal sign, which this would normally be like a sign you would see in bigger areas like New York, something like that. You also have this little callback to those old school international calling cards where people used to have to use to like call back home or like call their loved ones, they lived in other countries. Now, as far as the sneaker, you have an update to the classic Nike Air Max Sunder, but what I love about this one right here is you have a completely new redesign, which we just mentioned that calling card. As y'all see, this is the influence for the redesigned upper here on this shoe, which I feel like is a really cool look right here. Now, what I love about the Air Max Sunder definitely would have to be the zipper, which kind of takes me back to Nike old school sneakers like the Gary Payton joints or whatever. You also have those like ACG vibes going on with the laces. A lot of cool little details inside here. It says Kids of Immigrants. There's also a little spot where you can write your name and where you came from. In the insoles, it reads Just Do It, and then on the other one, it reads Together. Now on the bottom, you got the good old school Kids of Immigrants on the bottom. You got the purple gradient color blocking, which goes from this darker purple to this lighter, more Persian purple. You got a couple of pull tabs in this nice orange colorway. So a lot of vibrant colors going on. As far as the Air Max bubbles, the two front ones have an orange versus the one in the back has like a nice little purple going on. So really cool sneaker. As far as sizing, I did notice that these do kind of tend to run a little bit smaller. So I'm normally a true to size 10.5. Picked these up in a size 11 and I feel like they fit great on feet. So my recommendation for you guys would be to go up at least a half size on this sneaker right here. As far as comfort, just off my first impressions, they felt great, but then again, haven't really had time to really break these in. But just off the first impressions, I would say comfort feels standard. Now, when comparing your standard pair of Air Max Sunders to the Kids of Immigrants collaboration, you guys will notice some visible changes. The most noticeable, of course, being the completely newly redesigned upper, which as far as the material on this, I want to say it feels almost like a canvas material, while the inside layer feels like a mesh. So I'm just assuming this sneaker is probably not going to be very breathable. Now, as far as other design changes to the details, you will notice this Nike swoosh right here has been relocated to the back heel tab, as far as a newly redesigned mud guard here featured as well on the collaboration. And then on the back heel, I'm also noticing that the pull tab, which features Nike Air on this one, just has your standard Nike swoosh. Plus you have some additional Kids of Immigrants branding right here on the back. So some cool changes, some nice details which complement the storytelling. It all comes together to make this a really great sneaker. Now, as far as the color, I know this purple is kind of vibrant. To me, it's almost like a callback to like some of these funky 90s colorways, but I could understand how for some of you guys, this sneaker wouldn't be very wearable, which is why I got a huge shout out to BLACKTAILOR for sending over some really cool looks, which if you guys are interested in checking out any of these pieces, head over to their website, which I will have linked in the description. Plus, be sure to use code John Alexander to save 10% off your entire order. So first up, we got their B1 cargos, which I love these because not only are they lightweight and breathable, but baggy, which I feel like complement this sneaker very well. Now, next up, we paired up their lightweight denim zipper jacket, which I love the crop on this here with their N5 cargo, which I feel like the crop really complements these baggy cargos, which do feature dual pockets as well. So that's a really cool, fun look. And then lastly, since things are getting a little bit colder out here, we had to grab the cement bomber jacket, which I did pair up with their Y6 cargo in this nice beige color. Now, what I love about this cargo is not only are they super baggy, but you can also zip off the bottom legs to turn these into shorts, which gives these dual purpose. So again, if you guys are interested in checking out any of these looks, head over to BLACKTAILOR, which I have linked in the description, and don't forget to use my code to save 10% off your entire order. So yeah, definitely a huge fan of this sneaker, which the funny thing about this sneaker, which they did do a soft launch at Complex Con, but funny enough, Complex actually didn't even include these in their top 10 sneakers of the year list, which I understand this is probably going to be a little more underappreciated, probably fly under the radar. But for me, while I don't have a definitive top 10 list, I would say this sneaker definitely has to make it somewhere on these. So I'm definitely stamping these. Love this sneaker. Been a fan of these ever since the first time I saw images of these. I don't know, there was just something about them. I had a good feeling about these, a good vibe. Like they kind of gave me a nostalgic feel, but also something fresh and innovative at the same time. So super happy to have them. Been in love with these joints since I first saw them. And as far as the storytelling and everything, I feel like it all comes together. It's a complimentary as well, because I happen to be a kid of an immigrant parent as well, as my mom came from Jamaica. Even though my pops is American, I don't know if that would make me like a first generation American, but it all comes together. I'm a huge fan of these Kids of Immigrants Air Max Sunday. We got the orange and then the purple Persian, which will be a Kids of Immigrants exclusive. Retail on these will be $190. These did have a soft launch, but we can expect to see a big release, I guess, coming up sometime this week. So let me know, guys, are you a fan of these or not? For me, most exciting sneaker of 2024. I don't care what nobody says. So drop your feedback down below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and smash the like button. I'm JA. I will catch you guys next time. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.